folks, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So today we are going to be taking a look at the May 2017 Nomadik box. Much like some of the other subscription boxes on the market, this is a service where you pay a monthly fee. In this case, it goes for about $30. If you go month to month, you get a little bit of a discount if you purchase 6 or 12 months in advance, but not a huge difference in the price. And what they send you is some curated gear. This isn't stuff that is specifically Nomadik's gear. This is gear from other companies, and they bring it together in a box, and theoretically what you're going to get is a discounted price, but the catch is that you don't get to pick what you get. Now, you can look up my last review. I did do a review on the April 2017 Nomadik box as well, which was, I won't say necessarily a letdown, but it wasn't super exciting for me. So for my first box, I really wasn't blown away. Hopefully this box is going to be a little bit better, because when you buy into a service like that, that's what you're paying for really, is their ability to pull together really good gear into kind of a nice theme, that's stuff that you're going to actually want. And that's a very tricky thing to do when you're talking about a whole bunch of people that you don't know, and you're trying to appeal to kind of a wide market. That being said, this gear is very much focused on hikers specifically, also folks who are into camping and just the outdoors in general. Nomadik is a little bit different than some of the other boxes in my experience, just because of the fact that they tend to ship towards the very end of the month. So if you're wondering why my reviews on the Nomadik boxes seem like they come in like the last few days of the month, or even in the beginning of the following month, that's why. All right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. All right, let's see what we've got. First up, I see a sticker from the Modern Hiker, modernhiker.com. All right. Of course, just like I saw in the box last month, you do get a card right here that shows you what is inside this box. I'll go ahead and read off what they say is in this box. According to the card, the theme for this month is Camp Kitchen. That sounds very interesting. I'm excited about that. All right, it says you get a Wildo Camp a Box Light, which according to them retails for $15. By the way, I mentioned this in my video last month. Unlike one of their, I guess you could say, competitor services, Cairn doesn't really give you the prices up front. With Nomadik, they go ahead and they basically tell you what the retail value of the product is. And in my experience last month, they were pretty close. But we will double check that at the end of the video just to make sure we're getting a good value. So anyways, we got the Wildo Camp-A-Box Light. And it says that this was designed to be your complete kitchen set while on the go. Throw this inside your bag and you'll always be ready to eat whatever comes your way. This includes plate, bowl, spork, and the fold-a cup. So that sounds kind of cool. You're also going to get a simple shower, which they say retails for $13. It says this product inside their packaging wouldn't fit inside our box. After testing it, we absolutely loved it, so we put it in anyway. Okay, so I guess they took it out of the box to make it fit in their box. It says this turns most 1 or 2 liter bottles, including platypus collapsible bottles and bladders, into a 100% portable shower. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm liking the idea there. It says this is an awesome product and works great for washing your dishes, hands, face, gear, or pets. Very intriguing. We also have Bananagrams in this box, which they say goes for $15. It says, after a long day outside and your meal, what's better than a game around the campfire? Bananagrams is the anagram game that'll drive you bananas. Fast and frantic, players race against each other to build crossword grids. It requires no pencil, paper, or board. Perfect for the outdoor adventurer. In this addictive word game, speed wins, not points. You do get the dish kit, the Camp-A-Box Light. You get the shower kit in there, and you get a kind of a game, I guess, to play. So very interesting so far from reading this card. I think I'm going to be a little more satisfied with this box than I was last month. Okay, once again, another thing that Nomadik does that's kind of unique is they give you a special challenge each month. So if you want to participate in this, basically you're going to take a picture of using a piece of the gear that's in this box, and you can go ahead and post it up on social media. I believe they say, yep, they used Instagram, which was the same thing they used last month. So I think that's going to be the go-to every single time. And that's where you can go and you can enter that picture for a chance to win a limited edition Nomadik box with an exclusive product mix. Ooh, mystery. And it does give you the date there. The contest ends 6/30. So that's kind of cool. I still think this is a really neat idea that they do this as a way of kind of interacting with their customers. So very nice. I like that. Alright, so a little product placement there for a product called Speakwa. This is not something that's in the box this month. Alright, next up, they give you a card. It looks like this is featuring a website called Fresh Off the Grid. Must do a lot of recipes and stuff, because they do give you a recipe on the back for campfire nachos. If you're really interested in that recipe, there you go. Boom, you can pause it and steal it off the card. Alright, let's zoom this in and get a little bit closer look for you guys. So first up, I think this is pretty obvious that this is the Bananagrams game. Now I'm kind of surprised to see this is like a real, like, legitimate, like, full-size game. This doesn't seem like something something chintzy. It says it's for ages 7 to 107, and you can play 1 to 8 players. We'll go ahead and open it up. Okay, so there you can see are the game pieces. Almost looks kind of like, what is that, like Scrabble? Okay, so it does show there's a couple different ways that you can play. Alternate versions. Basically says place all 150 tiles face down, including the wild tiles, in the center of the table, and that's the bunch. Each player takes the correct numbers. It tells you, depending on how many players you have, how many pieces you're supposed to take. And then it says be the first to use all of your letters in a word grid. Yep, I think that sounds very, very familiar. And there's some more rules to it that makes it a little bit different, but I think we all kind of know what game this is very similar to. But this would be really, really cool. You know, probably not if you're going like ultralight backpacking, you probably wouldn't carry it with you, but for somebody like me who's got a couple kids, you like to do a lot of camping with them, it's something that's kind of cool. It's a game that, you know, people of different ages can play together, something that's real easy to take around the campsite. It doesn't have any kind of a board, any cardboard pieces or anything that's going to get ruined. So it, you know, it'll work good for camping and stuff like that. So that's actually kind of cool. Again, that is Bananagrams Wild Tiles. I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. By the way, don't throw this stuff away. Save it, man. This makes really good tinder for starting fires. Just saying. Alright, so this is going to be your simple shower, and it definitely is exactly what the name implies. Very, very simple. Made in the USA stamp on there. That's kind of cool. But you can see basically it has threads right there, so I guess any kind of a regular water bottle, or like it said, like one of those collapsible hiking water bottles like from Platypus or whatever, you're just going to screw this on there, and then what you can do is just turn that bottle upside down and use it to shower off. So that's really kind of a really smart idea. This weighs like next to nothing. So if you're talking about like ultralight backpacking, but you still want to be able to actually like rinse off and you know, take a shower, this is a really great way to do it with like next to no weight. You know, that's not going to take any room in your bag. So very, very cool. I think I'll actually find some use for that. So that's nice to see. I like that. Oh, one little thing I almost missed here, now that I look at the instructions on the simple shower, what you're going to need to do, they've got these straws in there, and you're going to take one of those straws, and that's going to stick down inside there like that, and that's going to go up inside the water bottle. Yeah, now that I take a closer look at the instructions, that's exactly what it says. You put that bottle in there, and it says that you won't have to squeeze the water bottle because the air will end up replacing the water as it exits the bottle, which makes a lot of sense because usually a water bottle, you know, something like that with a squirt lid on it, if you squeeze it, it's going to kind of squeeze and crush down and then, you know, so that I guess is to prevent it from doing that. So makes a lot of sense. All right, folks, so last but not least, we have the Wildo Original Campa Box. Campa Box, I got it, you know, like camper, yeah. makes more sense now. Alright, so once again, this is the Campo Box Lite version, which you can see the little check mark there that tells you that it is the 4-piece version. You also can get a 7-piece version of this, or a basic version which only has 3 pieces. So again, this is the Campo Box Lite, which is the 4-piece version. We're definitely going to have to go ahead and open this up and take a little bit of a closer look. This is a product of Sweden, by the way. You can see it right on there. Okay, pretty cool. So this is basically like a tray. So you've got a little dish right here. Oh, nope, never mind. This is a fold-a cup. That's right. So let's check this out real quick. You see you got this tab on the inside right there, right? So you can open that up, and so you've got almost like a cup or a little mug. I'm not sure, does it say on the box how many ounces it is? I don't see it on there. So, but this is you know, small. It's nothing huge, but it's big enough that you know, you could drink some water from it, or probably something hot too. This should be made from silicone, right? Something along those lines. Should be semi heat resistant. It's BPA free, by the way, which is good. So I wouldn't like, you know, I don't know if I would put something that's like super crazy hot in here, but it should be relatively heat resistant. But at any rate, there you go. That's their fold-a cup. You want to fold it back down, you just boom, it turns inside out like that. So it'll save a little space, and that's what makes it fit inside this tray too. So taking a look at the tray itself, you've got 2-piece construction here. This is some kind of plastic. It is flexible. So that's nice. It doesn't feel like that's definitely is not going to break, especially from dropping it or anything like that. And you've got the lid right here. So that can go on there just like that. Pop right on there and you'll be good to go. So even if you didn't have like time to clean your dishes or whatever, you know, you could just throw this in your bag and you wouldn't have to worry about it. You can see everything else will fit inside there. Throw the lid on there and you're good to go. One last thing in this kit we have to look at, of course, is the spork. Now this seems like a pretty good size spork without being you know, too humongous. Feels fairly sturdy, but it is like a flexible plastic. I like about this compared to some other sporks, as you can see it actually has a fairly deep spoon right there, which is kind of nice. You've got good sized tines right there as far as the fork portion of it, but it only kind of covers one area as opposed to like the whole front, which makes a lot of sense to me. Seems like you could use that a little more effectively as a spoon, and it does have a little bit of a serrated edge, you can see right there. So theoretically, if it wasn't something too tough, you could use that to saw through something just a little bit. So this seems like a pretty neat little kit. Definitely not like anything huge or super heavy. It's not as flexible or collapsible as some of the other like silicone type stuff I've seen out there, but it seems like a pretty good kit. This would be definitely something good to throw on in your little like solo bag if you're just going out in the woods for a day, or it would actually probably be really, really good for a child too. This may actually end up becoming my my son's maybe to go in his camping gear. But either way, kid or adult, this seems like it's a pretty good product. Alright guys, and I was able to do a super quick price check on this stuff. It was really, really easy to find it, and all of their prices are really spot on. The Simple Shower, $12.99. They priced it at $13. The Bananagrams, they priced it at 15 bucks. That's pretty much exactly right everywhere I looked. And actually, the Campo Box Lite, if you order it from Amazon right now, the first thing I pulled up, it was actually $20 with free shipping. So when you figure the fact that you're not going to have to pay extra shipping on this and you're going to get everything all together at once, it's actually a pretty good deal. So basically you paid 30 bucks for this box and you got like a $43 value. So not a huge discount, but still pretty good. And given the fact that these were actually some pretty cool items this month that I really actually like, I'm pretty satisfied with this one. Well, Nomadik, I'm not exactly sure what to think after this month. I like this box. Now I know that it's not going to be a box that's going to appeal to everybody. I'm sure there's going to be some folks who are going to look at the game and they're going to be like, what, really? But for me, being somebody with kids, you know, it makes perfect sense. I love it. This definitely seems like this service might be a little bit quirky. Last month, again, I was not totally blown away. It was kind of okay, but this one I thought was a lot better. I really liked it. It's definitely was a lot more unique than last month, and you know, it was a decent value. You got a fairly decent discount, so can't really complain too much there. So as it stands, guys, right now I have one more month on the Nomadik box. I was actually able to get a pretty good deal right off the bat, signing up for 3 months up front using a code that I found from another YouTube video. So make sure you look that up, by the way. You'll find a pretty good discount code out there if you look. So I'm definitely interested to see what Nomadik comes out with next month. Hopefully it'll give me a pretty well-rounded idea of the service overall. So far, I'm a little bit on the fence. So definitely tune in for our review on next month's Nomadik box. Again, this has been the May 2017 Nomadik box. Alright folks, thanks for watching our video on the May 2017 Nomadik box. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.